Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there's a piece of raw meat sitting in your fridge, and if you tried to eat it exactly as it is, no fire, no stove, no seasoning, just torn straight off the bone, your body would struggle, your jaw would ache, your stomach would revolt, and yet for millions of years, that was the only option our ancestors had. Then, at some point in deep prehistory, something changed. Something so simple, and yet so powerful, that scientists now believe. It didn't just change what we ate. It changed the shape of our skulls. It changed the size of our brains. It changed how much time we had left over. In a single day, and it may be the single biggest reason, you're capable of reading these words right now. That something was cooked meat. But here's the real question. When exactly did this happen? Was it a slow accident? A moment of pure luck? Or did early humans actually figure something out? Something that changed the entire trajectory of our species? Stick around, because the answer involves a wildfire, a very confused ancestor, and a discovery that scientists are still piecing together today. To understand this, you first have to understand what life was like before fire. For millions of years, our earliest ancestors ate meat completely raw, tough, stringy, and packed with bacteria. Chewing alone could take hours, out of a single day, some researchers estimate. Early hominids may have spent up to 6 hours a day just chewing raw food to get enough calories to survive. 6 hours every single day just chewing. That's not living. That's surviving. And it left almost no time or energy for anything else. No time to explore, no time to think deeply, no spare energy for a growing brain that demanded fuel. So how did we escape that trap? Quick question. If you had to spend 6 hours a day just chewing your food to survive, do you think you'd have any energy left for anything else with your life? The leading theory starts with something completely out of human control: wildfires. Long before humans could create fire themselves, lightning-sparked wildfires would occasionally sweep through the landscape. And in the aftermath, early hominids likely stumbled across something unexpected: the charred remains of animals. That hadn't escaped in time. Curiosity, or maybe just hunger, probably pushed someone to try it, and what they found was extraordinary. The meat was softer, easier to tear, easier to chew. It required far less effort to break down. And it turns out, cooking does something else almost invisible to the eye. It unlocks far more calories and protein than raw meat ever could, because heat breaks down tough muscle fibers and connective tissue that our digestive systems struggle to process on their own. In other words, the exact same piece of meat delivered more usable energy. Once it had been touched by fire, that single discovery may have been one of the most important nutritional upgrades in the entire history of our species. Imagine being the very first person to taste meat that had been cooked by an accidental wildfire, with absolutely no idea why it tasted so different. Would you have known? You'd just stumbled onto something that would change your species forever? Here's where the story becomes genuinely fascinating. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham proposed what's now called the cooking hypothesis, the idea that controlled cooking didn't just help early humans survive, it actually reshaped their biology. Here's the logic. As cooked food became more common, natural selection began favoring individuals who needed less time chewing and less energy digesting over hundreds of thousands of years. This may have contributed to smaller teeth, shorter digestive tracts, and, most remarkably, freed up an enormous amount of metabolic energy. And where did that spare energy go? Many researchers believe it helped fuel the growth of something incredibly expensive to run: the human brain. Your brain right now consumes roughly 20% of your body's total energy, despite being only about 2% of your body weight. That's an outrageous energy cost, and cooked food may have been one of the key factors that made affording that cost possible in the first place. So, in a very real sense, the moment our ancestors started cooking meat, they may have lit the fuse on the very same brainpower that eventually invented language, art, agriculture, and eventually the device you're watching this on right now. If cooked meat really did help build the modern human brain, does that mean something as ordinary as tonight's dinner is connected to the exact same evolutionary leap that made you capable of complex thought? So when exactly did deliberate, controlled cooking begin? Not just accidental wildfire meat, but humans intentionally building and maintaining fire for food. Archaeological evidence gets murky the further back you go, but burnt bone fragments and ash deposits at sites like Wonderwork Cave in South Africa suggest controlled fire use dates back at least 1 million years. Some researchers argue for even earlier dates. though evidence that far back is fiercely debated. What's not up for debate is the outcome. Once humans mastered fire for cooking, everything accelerated. More energy, more free time, bigger brains, stronger social bonds formed around shared fires. An entirely new rhythm of daily life emerged, one built not around endless chewing, but around gathering, storytelling, and rest. So the next time you sit down to a simple cooked dinner, remember this. You're not just eating a meal. You're participating in a ritual. That may be one of the true turning points of human evolution, a ritual that gave your ancestors back hours of their day, fueled the growth of the very brain you're using to process this sentence, and quietly shaped the entire trajectory of our species. Fire didn't just cook the meat. In a very real sense, it may have cooked us into who we are today.